Hello everyone, my name is Julia and welcome to the Julia the Engineer channel. In this course, we're going to explore ArcGIS Pro together. In today's lesson, we will go through the interface, create our first project and add our first data. Before we start, let's answer an important question. Why should we learn ArcGIS Pro instead of ArcMap? ArcMap is now considered a legacy product. It is no longer being actively developed and no new tools are being added. All new features and updates are now focused on ArcGIS Pro. So if we want to move forward and work with modern tools, ArcGIS Pro is the right choice. Now let's start by creating our first project. I click on New Project. In the dialog window, I enter a name. I'll call it Lesson 1 to keep things simple and organized. I also create a separate folder for this course. It's a good idea to organize your projects into separate folders from the very beginning. ArcGIS creates multiple files for each project, and without proper structure, things can quickly become messy. So I recommend always creating a dedicated folder for each project. Now the default map has loaded. Depending on your location, you may see a base map centered on a different region. In my case, it is centered on the United States. Let's take a look at the interface. At the top, we have the ribbon, similar to many modern applications. On the left, we have the Contents panel. This is where all map layers are listed. In the center, we have the map view, and on the right, we have the catalog pane. If you don't see the catalog, you can open it from the View menu. The catalog contains all project data and connections, similar to ArcCatalog and ArcMap. Now let's add some data. I go to the Map tab and open the Base Map menu. There are several options available here. Let's select something simple, for example, streets. Let's quickly review navigation. Using the mouse wheel, I can zoom in and out. If I press and hold the wheel, I can pan the map. Since this is a beginner course, we will go step by step. I will explain everything in detail, not only for users who already have experience, but also for those who are completely new to GIS. In ArcGIS, there are three main types of data: vector data, raster data, and tables. Vector data includes points, lines, and polygons. For example, roads are lines, areas are polygons, and markers are point features. Raster data consists of images. These can be satellite imagery or aerial photos made up of pixels. They represent the Earth's surface and can be used for analysis or digitizing. Tables contain attribute data. They can be linked to spatial data and used to display information on the map through symbology. Don't worry if this is not completely clear yet. We will cover all of this in detail later in the course. Now let's add our own data. I click the Add Data button. We have several options here: adding files from a folder, adding XY data from tables, geocoding tables, and more. Let's load a data set. I already have some sample data prepared for this course. I navigate to the folder, Gifon, Atje, and select a layer. Great, the data has been added. We will continue working with this data in the next lessons. For now, this is enough for our first introduction. Today we explored the interface, created a project, and added data. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now.